Have you ever heard of the question, sell me this pen? Well, I believe this brand have mastered it, creating billions of dollars by being able to sell pens at ridiculous ticket prices. They know something when it comes to influencing people. And today inside, I'm going to be unboxing the Mont Blanc. The Mont Blanc that I purchased several months ago that you said you want me to basically unbox, okay? Now, it's not typical for me to do this, but I thought, why didn't I put a spin on it where I actually break down also the influence strategies, approaching it from a psychological angle in regards to why we do what we do, consumer buying behavior, all of the marketing and selling, and all of the influence strategies I'm going to break down in regards to how Mont Blanc did it. Now, I want to pay close attention also in regards to how I emotionally and logically justify this purchase because you can learn a lot from this process. You see, one of my best mentors, early mentors, said this to me. When I was starting my online business, which was a decade ago, I got given advice. You never want to be competing on price. You never want to be paid for what you do. You want to be paid for who you are. Because then nobody can ever compete with you on price. And when you're competing on price, what you always find is the big competitors out there, they can always beat you on price, but they cannot beat you on who you are. So when you master the art of not selling the practical value whenever you're selling and trying to influence people to purchase, think about it. Mont Blanc, practical value is right stuff, it's a pen. You want to raise what's called the intrinsic value, which is how the users feel, the whole experience, the brand, personality, all of the things in between. Mont Blanc has done it, and that's how they can command huge amount of fees for their pens. Now, before I unbox the Mont Blanc, let's talk about firstly the whole experience. Now, there's a concept that's known in sales and influence that's called pre-frame. And there was a test done that clearly demonstrated the power of a pre-frame in this book called Influence. If you've not yet read that, I highly suggest you buy it. I'll chuck a link above and you can see a whole list of all the marketing books that I recommend. Influence is definitely one of them. Now, Influence did a test in that book. There's a test in regards to how this mattress company had the same mattress site, but what they did is what's regarded as split test. So they kept the product same, they kept everything the same, the design the same. The only thing they changed was the background. And on one site, they put a picture of blue sky and fluffy clouds. On the other side, it looked exactly the same, apart from background, they changed it to show coins and pennies. And what was fascinating was this. The moment that site went live, the consumer behavior, although the site was the same, the offer was the same, consumer behavior was totally different. On the site that showed fluffy clouds, people were actually looking for quality, not looking at the price so much. The site that showed pennies in the background, people were more focused on finding the cheapest mattress. Now, Mont Blanc and all the other luxury brands out there, they've mastered this. You walk into Harrods, this is where I bought Mont Blanc from. Harrods is a luxury department store. The moment you walk into Harrods, you see security guards pretty much everywhere, luxury furniture everywhere. It looks luxury. It's got elegance. It looks expensive. It looks like a freaking museum. So immediately, you're focusing on quality. And you know that the things in Harrods has got incredible amount of quality. Some of the products in Harrods cost tens of millions of dollars. Now, Mont Blanc was on the top floor. You get to that pen section and you notice how the $1 pens, the ones that's competing on price, you can see quantity amount of them all stacked in a corner and you can just pick some out. Mont Blanc, on the other hand, had a separate section, just Mont Blanc in itself, okay? And they displayed the pens like you would see in a museum. And what that immediately does is it increases intrinsic value. In fact, I recorded this on my phone, so let me just quickly show you this clip from Instagram stories. Okay, Insider, so deal's done. The one we end up going with is, I believe it's this one, the rollerball. It's really nice. So as you can see, the way they display it shows a lot in regards to how they're trying to increase intrinsic value. So the takeaway you can immediately learn from this is how are you presenting yourself on a day-to-day basis? Like or not, Insider, human beings are judgmental. We make millisecond decisions in regards to how somebody is based upon their presentation. You walk into any luxury retail store and you'll notice how that the people who serve you, they're well dressed. They speak well. They speak normally immaculate, depending on the company you're dealing with. And this is everything that adds to the whole experience as well as increasing the intrinsic value of the brand. In fact, go to a luxury retail store, go model success. That's one of the fastest way you can scale your business. Go find somebody who's really good at what they do for being paid for who they are. Go inside, speak with the team members, see how they deal with you, what's the paperwork like, all of that, by the way. They've spent millions of dollars figuring it out, and so you can get the shortcut and model the success. And what was interesting was, as I was wanting this pen, right, they said to me, oh, did you also want the pen carrier? And what was interesting was it was a perfect cross sale, because the pen itself was $700, and the carrier was only around $150. And so because there was a high price anchor, I've now seen the bigger price. It's like a no-brainer choice that I should buy the pen carrier for $150, right? Because I'm buying a pen for $700, it makes sense to protect it. And so ask yourself right now, how can you cross-sell very smoothly to whatever they're looking to purchase? And the best upsells, cross-sells tend to be something that complements the core product that they're looking to buy. So I purchased a pen. Let me just unbox it for you. And this is how it was presented in a box like this. You open it. You notice how the packaging and all of the things is very immaculate. Now, it comes with an instruction manual, okay? Now, I'm not sure how many pens come with an instruction manual, but it comes with this like servicing guide and booklet, and I've not really read it, and it shows you how to work this pen. Now, bear in mind, this isn't even the fountain pen version, but it still comes with this, right? Again, increasing the perceived value. I want you to write this down in the comments box below. Perception is reality. Perception is reality. And what was interesting is this. If you go to Mont Blanc and ask for a pen, they will refer to their pens as a writing instrument. By changing the name of whatever you're buying, you're changing the price, the conceived notion. Compare the two, pen versus writing instrument. So you're changing the way it's being perceived by titling it something different. This sounds more elegant, right? Writing instrument. So let me open this box for the writing instrument. Here you go. This is how it's presented. As you can see, I got the gold version. I'm not sure if that's zooming in right there. Okay, there you go. Mont Blanc, and it's displayed, and you can see the logo here. Pretty cool. Now, I'm not here to review this pen. This is simply a pen. If you were to ask me, is it worth $700 for this pen? Hell no. All right, simple as that. Of course not. You try to sell this on practical value alone, you're going to struggle, because there are better pens out there in regards to the practical value, the way something writes, and you can find it cheaper. So why do people justify this? It's all in regards to the intrinsic value. So how do they increase intrinsic value? Firstly, through stories. Mont Blanc, like every luxury brands out there who's dominating the marketplace, they've got a story. It started in 1906 with a designer from Berlin named August in partnership with a Hamburg banker called Alfred. They created a company called Simply Filler Pen Company. And they had a range of simple-to-use fountain pens, and the aim from the very beginning was to be able to manufacture high-class gold and fountain pens. And it wasn't long until the company was taken over by three businessmen who would later called the company Mont Blanc, and it became a worldwide brand. Now, by sharing that story, people can see that this has got heritage. This isn't just a pen now. This is like a legacy. You'll see how brands like Rolex and Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, they always talk about the story. People buy into stories, and if the story is something that they can resonate with, that's when people buy, right? When it comes to high-ticket purchases. So you got to think to yourself right now, are you sharing enough of your backstory, of how you got to where you are? So Mont Blanc shares how they wanted to focus on the one thing, and they wanted to master it. They also show and basically explain in regards to how they started 1906. So it shows it's been around for a while, and they committed to mastery and did whatever it takes. Now that resonates with certainly me, but also in regards to other people who do whatever it takes, right? So this is the backstory of the brand, and that's what increases intrinsic value. Now, how can somebody logically and emotionally justify this? Well, for myself, I just wanted a pen, not because, I mean, of course it is a status symbol, but I don't use a pen outside because I use my laptop since I'm an online entrepreneur and have been for the last decade. So I don't use a pen outside, I only use a pen indoors when I'm journaling. I just wanted a nice pen that I like the look of, and I like the feeling that I get when I actually write with this. it makes me feel like, wow, nice pen, right? To be honest, that's all I really see. Like look at it, it looks nice. It makes me feel good. Can't really put words to it, just make me feel good. So what is it that made me logically justify it? You see, every single morning I'm doing a journaling practice. I fill out these sort of questions. This is Success Inside a Journal. And every single morning I'm using this to gain clarity. And I'm basically focusing on the goals I got to meet, and I'm beginning to get better into emotional state that I got to be in to be able to succeed for the rest of the day. And in the evening, I'm asking the very same question. So I wanted this whole routine to be a very smooth and very luxury process, and I wanted to feel good during the whole process. So I wanted a Mont Blanc to go with it. So what is it that made me logically and emotionally justify it? It's all down to this. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't have bought this. So never approach a client thinking you know exactly why they're buying the pen. You want to ask questions, because she definitely didn't know this was why I was buying it. To be honest, I was already sold before I even stepped into the actual department store. So she was literally simply cashing out and just doing the whole cashier process with me, right? I was already sold. So she wasn't really selling in that sense. But if she was to sell to me, she would have had to find out this is what I wanted it for. And she would have had to sell it to me based upon the whole experience I would have using the Mont Blanc, and why Mont Blanc will give me the best experience of doing my journaling. By the way, Insider, you don't have to spend $700 doing this. You can, in fact, actually download this for free. I'll put a link above, totally for free. It's a gift from me. This is a journal practice that you should do every single morning and evening if you want more clarity and influence throughout the day. So that's why I logically justified this. And so, like I said, so this is how it's all packaged. And she also upsold, cross-sell, whatever you like to call it, this, which is a carrier for the Mont Blanc. So let me just show you. I'll just unbox this. Very similar packaging, consistent branding throughout. Notice that. And as you can see, similar sort of box. This one comes with a fabric carrier case. And then it's got some leather collection cards, and instruction service guide for the leather as well. Right? Just in case you don't know how to use a pen carrier. So it's amazing how intrinsic value, the steps you got to take to increase intrinsic value, right? So here it is, the Mont Blanc pen carrier case. It carries 2 pen. Practical value, it carries 2 pen. Intrinsic value, well, it depends what you truly make of it. People are buying this based upon who they are. That's the key. So that is pretty much it, Insider. There's a lot for you to learn from analyzing luxury brands. And this is why, if you do want to see me unboxing different products, such as I've got in the corner, I've got the Louis Vuitton here that I purchased out in Singapore, hence why we've got some marks. I had to carry this in the luggage. If you want me to do more unboxing videos, do let me know in the comments box below. And I'm able to unbox these products for you, as well as to explain the influence strategies and marketing strategies that these companies use. And LV typically has a really good experience in customer service as well, and that definitely helps. So I hope you found today's video helpful, Insider. If you have, be sure to click that like button and comment below in regards to any questions, any feedback, whatever it may be in regards to the unboxing stuff. And if you do want to see more unboxing videos, do let me know as well. And as always, Insider, follow your heart, my friend, and take action and go live the life you're truly born to live. I'll see you on the next video soon. Take care.